Hey everyone, this is Kishan, and I've been working in finance industry for the past few years. And one question which I've been hearing frequently is that from both students as well as early professionals is this that if they should be pursuing financial certifications. So I thought I'll just address this quickly in a video. So in the next few minutes, we will just deep dive into it and answer this question once and for all. So we will address this in three parts. So first we'll look into what is it that a finance certification offers. Then we'll talk about the flip side, and then we will just build a framework where you can evaluate if this is a right fit for you. So let's go right into it. So what do financial certifications offer? So first thing is, if you want to learn anything in finance, be it asset management, be it equity valuation, or topics around fixed income, the first thing is what to study, where to find good quality material, and second is how. The third thing is like how much is enough for basic understanding. Again, you can go around and find multiple sources, etc., but one of the quickest way is to just pick up a certification that answers the specific topic that you are looking for. So say if you are looking for understanding technical analysis, you may want to pursue a certification that offers technical analysis end to end. That's probably the easiest way of going around it. The second thing is, if you are into equity research, uh, what is your way of getting some exposure or understanding of a related field, credit risk, which you might not be working in directly, but you want to have some understanding on, particularly in the current market environment, where we see that like the correlation are like tending towards one, equity going down, gold is falling as well. So if you want to have some information of a related field where you might not be exactly working, then certifications are some of the best ways of getting that kind of learning. Now, given that you have learned it, you have studied it, so say if you study a topic on options and futures, do you have deep enough understanding? So one of the quickest ways that if you are pursuing a certification, you will be tested via an examination, which will typically involve some level of an application level questions. If you are able to answer those, at least you will have some level of confidence that yes, you have some decent understanding, right? So these are the top three things, and then I'll also say this, that irrespective of which certification you pursue, it is likely that after a point of time, so say like after 2 years down the line, you will end up forgetting 50% of what you have learned. So say if you are pursuing things like maybe CFA or like similar courses, you will end up forgetting because of the breadth that the course covers. But then again, it will be a clear signal that if you have cleared a level one of an examination, right, on a certain date, you had displayed an exemplary understanding of a specific field of work, right, or a specific topic area. I mean, you just can't tell a recruiter that you know that you have studied some specific book, like say John C. Hull for options and futures. But then, if you just have some certification, at least it just shows that on a specific day you had demonstrated that you had some understanding of an area. And then again, there are definitely, which is like icing on the cake, is that some job will require a specific certification requirement. So if you are able to have those, probably it will open a few doors for yourself. Now we have to talk about the flip side, which is going to be that any certification that you are pursuing, it's going to be expensive. There's going to be some level of fees, which again has been shooting up in the past few years. Then there's going to be some material cost, and then some students often go for like some level of say like coaching, etc., which again like depending on their personal comfort. But then again, all of this is going to be cost. But then more important, or rather equally important, uh, of monetary cost is the time commitment that you would have to put in. So there are courses which will probably take up a few years if you are doing it at one shot, or at least a few months, depending on how many levels are there, 2 levels, 3 levels, etc. So you'll have to like have some level of time commitment. And extending on that, whatever time you are putting in, there's an opportunity cost that you are incurring of not spending that time on building real life projects. So again, certification, end of the day, it's going to be more of a theoretical exposure. There is no comparison with actually working on that project in a real life at workplace or some, or through some other avenues. But then again, the level remains clear, that first it is that you, like, if you're not doing something, if you have some spare time, then you rather be learning theory than doing nothing. But then say if you have an opportunity of doing it hands on, doing it at some work level, then that would be the most uh, preferred way. And then again, just to be very clear on a confusion, that doing any certification, it's not going to guarantee you a job. It can be a signaling that the it will reflect some level of your interest, but then it doesn't guarantee that you will definitely be getting a job. But now, having said all this, let's build a framework, if you should be doing a certification or not. So the answer to that is very simple actually. So it is that it depends on who you are, right? So say if you are a student who is exploring finance options, that someone who wants to build a career in finance, then definitely that's a great idea, right? So it shows both. It shows that you are committed to the field of finance, some level of signaling, and then again, it will just help you gain knowledge which you may not have otherwise through some practical experience. So uh, but then again, what I typically tell students is that even if you do not go all the levels, so say if a certification has like 2 or 3 levels, even at least you have one, it signals commitment, as well as it will have you get some idea. Right now, just if you are someone who is early in their career in a non-finance role, then this can definitely be very helpful, because it just gives you a structured way of learning finance. And again, it also works as signaling, right? So if you are non-finance individual, but then you are pursuing a course which is finance related, then it just shows that it's just like skin in the game, right? You are spending your time and resources, as well as you know you are incurring some level of opportunity cost. So people understand that you have interest, that is why you are putting in effort. So talking about people who are already in the finance industry, but say they want to move into some other role, so say from equity to fixed income, or say someone who is an equity research analyst and then they want to move into portfolio management. So again, it's going to be there's no specific answer for that, but then definitely it is useful for knowledge, and you will be able to gain some sort of credibility. uh, that's uh, that's it. And if you are someone who is a mid-career professional, uh, then again, it's going to have a strong value, but then again, you probably will not be able to have an ROI which is equivalent to a student or an early career professional who is into a non-finance role, right? You are already in finance, you are already probably say mid-level somewhere. Do it if you want to gain knowledge, do it if you want some level of recognition in the field, but then say the kind of ROI that a student can experience, or say an early professional who is like 2 to 3 years can experience, that is something which is tough to achieve from a certification itself at a mid-career level. But then end of the day, I would say that but still, like, if you are someone who is still not sure, who is somewhere in between 50-50 type of situation, where you are thinking that you want to do it, but you are not confident whether you will be able to commit the time and resources which is required for the certification, I'll just say, why not buy the books? Just get the material which is available. Again, some of it may be available online, watch some videos, etc., and try to just understand if the content is something which interests you. If it does, don't hold back. Try to sign up for it. Take a level maybe if required. If not, just at least browse through the material. You will definitely learn something. Most importantly, in a structured way. If you study or just watch 1 or 2 videos here and there, it's not going to help. But then, if you pursue a certification, that just builds a structure which you can follow to learn something of interest. So with that, I think uh, I'm hoping that you were able to get some idea on how to think about this. Uh, but then again, there are a lot of other questions around it, that what certification to pursue, etc. And I mean, which is the best certification, and like how to go about it. So I'm planning to, again, like, if you have any questions around it, feel free to leave in the comment. Uh, the focus for me in this particular channel, it's going to be do a technical deep dive on some of the quant related topics. It's going to be around markets, around statistics, etc. So it's going to be mostly technical. But then if you have more of such kind of questions which is around certifications and what you can do, feel free to drop a comment. You can also reach out to me via some of the social media channels, which I am going to leave in the comment section, like for description, in the comment section. See you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.